WWE WrestleMania 38 Night 2 starts with Jesse James Decker singing the American National Anthem. Triple H comes out and says welcome to WrestleMania and leaves his boots in the middle of the ring. Randy Orton and Matt Riddle versus Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins versus Chad Gable and Otis for the World Tag Team Championships, and Orton wins with an RKO on Gable out of the air. After the match, the Street Profits and Randy and Riddle cheese red cups and invite Gable Stevenson in the ring, but Chad Gable slaps Stevenson's cup out of his hand and says shoosh, and Stevenson gives Chad a belly-to-belly throw. Omos versus Bobby Lashley, and Omos is in control the whole match. Then Lashley hits a suplex and 2 spears on Omos to win the match. Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville in an anything goes match. They use a fire extinguisher, a baking tray, a crutch, a trash can, a stop sign, a table and an air horn. And then Pontius, the guy that dances from Jackass, dances on Zayn, so Zayn drops him. Then Wee Man attacks Zayn and body slams him, but Zayn drops Wee Man. Then Knoxville presses a button and pyro goes off on the turnbuckle that Zayn's on top of, and Knoxville throws a bowling ball into Zayn, and Zayn gets hit with the leg gimmick and the giant hand. Then Knoxville throws Sami through a table with mouse traps on it. Then Knoxville traps Zayn in a giant mouse trap and pins him to win. Naomi and Sasha Banks versus Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley versus Shayna Baszler and Natalya versus Zelina Vega and Carmella for the women's tag team titles. And Naomi and Sasha win with the tag team codebreaker move, new champions. AJ Styles versus Edge, good match. Then during the match, Damian Priest is at ringside and Edge spears AJ out of a springboard to win the match. After the match, Priest celebrates with Edge. Sheamus and Ridge Holland with Butch in their corner versus Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, and Holland wins with the Northern Grit on Woods. After the match, Butch attacks Woods like a dog and has to be held back by Sheamus. The Undertaker comes out and says thank you to the fans. Vince McMahon comes out and introduces Austin Theory, and Theory versus Pat McAfee, who comes out with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. They have an alright match and McAfee wins with a roll-up. After the match, Pat says to Vince, you get in the ring, and Vince gets in the ring and versus Pat. Austin Theory attacks Pat and Vince kicks a Dallas Cowboys ball into Pat to win the match. Then Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out and hits Theory with a stunner and has a beer with Vince, and hits a stunner on him too. Then McAfee gets in the ring and has some beers with Stone Cold, and Stone Cold hits a stunner on McAfee too. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the World Championship and Universal Championship in the main event, and Roman wins with a spear. So Roman is now the WWE World Heavyweight Universal Undisputed Unified Champion. We'll see you next time for the next pay-per-view review.